Hello, my name is Kevin Harden, and tonight I'm giving you my persuasive speech. This is my audience. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Did you know that according to centeronaddiction.org, 1,561,231 drug arrests were made just last year? I'm going to show you the inflation of prisons, jails, and juvenile detention centers from 1920 up until 2010, and the numbers are still increasing. 13% of families in the United States are affected by illicit drug use. The effect this number has on an individual using the drug is obvious. However, oftentimes people fail to look at the problem as a whole. After jailing these addicts, it destroys the family even more than the drug use itself. I can hereby relate and speak to you about this topic due to my involvement with these addicts. Through law enforcement with my father, I have seen relapses shortly after sentencing. Here shows your arrest number, shows your return to prison, and your actual conviction. Even though the numbers are lessened, they're still pretty high. I'm going to tell you the current law. Current law, according to New York Times, is anyone found with possession of drugs will be sentenced and arrested. Today, I'm going to explain to you that incarceration is not solving the problem or the family involved. According to drugabuse.gov, the path of a drug addiction begins with the voluntary consumption of a drug. But over a period of time, it becomes not the person's choice, it becomes compromised. Seeking and taking the drug becomes compulsive. But instead of sentencing these helpless people to years in prison where they'll obtain no help, let's try to seek them the comfort and advice they need. Treating a drug addiction isn't impossible, but it's not simple either. It takes repeated care and lots of hard work to recover their lives. I'm sure all of you will agree that drug addicts need help. But what can we do to ensure that this will happen? Well, rehabilitation centers are across America. They are proven to be more effective on saving money, the lives, and the families of the drug user. Here I'm going to show you the cost of 90 days of incarceration versus 90 days of drug treatment. As you can see, the cost is much lower for drug treatment. Individuals who spend a period of time, they remain clean after they get out of drug rehab. They will become involved in work, their families, and communities once again. Also, many treatment centers also have an alumni program, which allows the drug addict to remain involved with helping other addicts as they'll improve. Studies show that the percentage of relapse after being sentenced by a judge is a 92%. And of this 92%, 54% will be arrested on a much higher count of criminal activity. David Sheff writes, after spending years looking for the right rehab for his son, he finally found one. A good, successful one, which is strong and has a psychiatrist for everyone who has an extra issue, such as bipolar, aggression, and even depression. As you can see, the United States is the world's leading jailer. Some of these other countries, such as Canada, Australia, and Japan, have implemented this plan that I am showing you today. Now that you can see there is hope out there outside of jail for drug addicts, let's take a moment and visualize these options. For a minute, sit back and think about anything drug-related that has affected your family or someone's family close to yours. As the old proverb says, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you'll feed him for a lifetime. This same concept applies to drug users. If you teach them the process to better themselves, you will save their life. If you send them to jail, you will temporarily solve the issue, but it will eventually start back up again. On that same note, I want you to ponder the thought of what a prison does to an individual. I'm sure you're thinking tear them apart, right? It does the same to their family. Rehabs will help get the addicts' lives back, and the families to interact with them again. Today I have showed you the effects of incarceration, what it can do for a family. Also, we have looked at what a rehab can do for a family. We have viewed the cost differences of rehab and incarceration. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you to help me promote this idea. Help these addicts by signing a petition, send it to the government. If they need tax dollars, please don't be stingy. You already help better the prisons, and they do no good for the drug addicts. Have some compassion for these humans. They mess up too. They shouldn't be held accountable just for one mistake.